Good morning, KS2. Welcome to this week's skill challenge, and this week we are doing some tennis. Okay, so ideally you would like to have, I've got one just over here, a tennis racket, and I'm going to be using a soft sponge ball like I have done before, I think, for some things. But if you haven't got a tennis racket, a good thing to use instead is the back of a frying pan, okay? And you can do most of the same things with that if you haven't got a tennis racket, okay? I'm going to use a tennis racket, but if you haven't got one, maybe you can try and use something different, okay? So, as always, we're going to have 5 different levels, okay? You can try and do all the levels if you wish, or just try and do the ones that you think are fun, and then send us in your photos and videos so we can all see how well you're doing at home, okay? So I'm going to take you through our levels then, okay? Level 1. Start off with what we're going to try and do is just throw the ball up and then catch it on the bat, or the racket, sorry, okay? So we're going to throw it up and then try and get the ball to land on the racket, okay? So we're going to throw it up and then catch on the racket. Take it off, throw it up, whoa, catch on the racket. It might bounce a little bit, that's fine. Just try and get it so it stays on the racket, okay? One more time then, level 1, throw it up, whoa, and catch on the racket, okay? That's level 1. Level number 2, what we're going to try and do is keepy ups. So we're going to hit the ball up, let it bounce, hit the ball up, let it bounce, okay? So hit up, bounce, just try and keep it going for as long as you can, let it bounce, and then hit it up again. Bounce up, bounce up. See how many you can do, okay? That's level number 2. Level number 3, we're going to do it in reverse, okay? We're going to try and hit the ball into the floor and keep it going, okay? It's a little bit harder, this one, so we're going to have to try and focus. It's a hard one, okay? So you might want to start by throwing it down and then start trying to hit the ball into the floor, okay? Remember, don't use a tennis ball if you're inside, because they're going to ping off really far and you don't want to break anything in your house. Got to be careful. Okay, that's level number 3. Level number 4, okay, back to this one. We're going to try and do it without any bounces, okay? So we're going to try and use a forehand, just keep the ball bouncing without it hitting the floor, okay? Just like this. And again, just try and do as many as you can until you think you're never going to drop it because you've got so much control of that ball. And then you can stop, okay? And then our 5th and final level, our hardest one today, we're going to try and do a forehand shot into the wall, bounce, forehand, okay? So I'm going to bounce the ball first, hit it into the wall, it'll bounce, and I repeat it again, okay? I'm going to show you 2 different angles so you can try and do it from at home. Hopefully one of them you'll be able to see what I mean, okay? So from here, we're going to do bounce, forehand, wall, bounce, forehand. And try and keep that going. Again, just for as long as you can. Try to keep a little bit of control. Just bounce, forehand, wall, bounce, forehand, wall, bounce, forehand, wall, bounce, forehand. Try and keep that going. And from this angle then, I've got a little wall here as well. Same thing. Bounce, forehand, wall, bounce, forehand. Whoa, that was a bit of a hard one for me then. And just try and keep that going. The straighter the ball goes and the less movement you have to do, the better. Okay? Okay. Fingers crossed, you can do all of them, and I'm sure you all can. So, have lots of fun. Take care, good luck.